I know this is the start of a very, very miserable period in my life, but again, the end will be much, much better. So
Here, what noise do potatoes make?
hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Cassandra and this is where I talk about my life experiences and lessons learned to try and help other people who might be in similar situations. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And please don't be put off by my very apparent slur. This update video is about my SARPE procedure, process, surgery that I'm going through, and I just got the expander device put in less than an hour ago. So I'm obviously still not used to it yet. That's why I'm really slurring. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick update. So I got the device put in, as I say, less than an hour ago. My surgery is tomorrow morning. Maybe you saw my other video that I did about spacers and molar bands and how they f***ing hurt. This was sore again. So today is Wednesday. I had the spacers put in on Monday. It was the dentist who was supervising the student from last time who put it in, and he was quite rough and clanging a lot of the metal tools again on my teeth, which isn't great, but it wasn't too bad. Second day with the spacers, so yesterday, no, it was Monday, it was the first day. I had a little bit of pain because I ate the steak again, pure coincidence, and when I was chewing, it just so happened to push in one of the spacers like really far. So if you aren't aware, haven't had spacers before, they're basically just like a circular rubber band that go in between the teeth, so the tooth on that side and a tooth on this side, and normally it's just like the top part of the spacer that goes in between the teeth, and then the bottom part kind of hangs outside, and that's okay. But when I was chewing, I pushed the bottom up in between the teeth as well, and that was really sore. It was super sensitive. Again, even brushing my teeth was quite painful. So yeah, took the spacers out today, Wednesday, and then put the actual expander device in with the molar bands and everything. So what they had to do is basically they put it in first to check that it fit and everything was okay, then they took it out again, cleaned the teeth, and then fixed it permanently in. When they were doing it initially, it was quite sore and I was wincing quite a bit, and I was feeling like really quite anxious going in there because of the last time when it was so painful. This time wasn't quite so bad, but it was still quite sore, and they again were getting me to bite down on this thing, and it was like not a great feeling. And then the original woman, I'm not sure what her job is, but the original woman who put in the spacers the first time, who was like super gentle and nice, I don't know why, but then at some point she came in and took over, and I don't know, she's just like, she's both physically gentle and like mentally very sweet. She's like a nice lady and she knows that it hurts, and she's actually trying to be careful. So when she took over, it was still obviously uncomfortable, but it was a lot less painful, and I felt a lot more comfortable and at ease because she was being so nice, and because I knew that she was trying to be careful. It made it just much easier in terms of the experience. So this is good, I'm glad, because yeah, it was so painful last time and I didn't believe the dentist when he said it wouldn't be so bad. So yes, I have the expander device in now, and yeah, the blue stuff is like the glue or the cement or whatever to keep it fixed and in place. It's a little bit messier than I would have preferred, but it's fine. I would rather that there's like more glue so it's more fixed and attached than that they used less and then it moved around or something like that. So that is okay. How it feels in the mouth, I can obviously feel it, but it's not quite so bad. The part of the device in the middle that goes across the palate, when they put it in, the orthodontist happened to come in, and I was asking him, like, is this the way it's supposed to feel? Because it's really pushing like completely across my tongue. And I was like, is this normal? Like, I don't know how I'm physically going to be able to fit food in my mouth, never mind chew it, because it feels like it's going straight and flat across. When I then look at it in the mirror, it's not. It is arching a little bit, but it feels a lot lower down than I expected. The lisp isn't quite so bad as I expected it to be, but definitely how far down it is. I've not heard anyone else talk about that, so it will be very interesting when I do eventually try and eat. They also gave me a bite plate for the bottom jaw. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that on this channel before actually. When I found out that I needed SARPE, the orthodontist said that I would also probably get this bite plate, but I wasn't sure exactly what it would be for. And then in my other appointments where I spoke to other dentists, but not the orthodontist, like, I don't really think they knew what it was going to be for either. So when I was asking them, instead of just saying, I'm not sure, ask the orthodontist, they were kind of just like, clearly bullshit. So this time when the orthodontist came in, I was able to ask him and clarify what that is about. So basically, obviously with the SARPE, we want to do a fair amount of expansion on the top jaw. That is the one that's the most narrow. But the bottom jaw, it's also, I don't think it's necessarily that it's narrow, but it's quite sort of V-shaped. It's not like a nice arch, if that makes sense. So the bite plate is going to more slowly, just slightly expand the bottom jaw as well. So I only need to wear that at night. And yeah, the orthodontist said that the idea is to correct the crossbite more quickly, and initially I can just turn the key to expand the one on the bottom, maybe like once a week for now, and then later on maybe a little bit more, whereas the one on the top, probably turn the key on that once per day. So just to give you a comparison of the speed there, but as I say, it's the top one that needs to be expanded more, and the bottom one is just like kind of getting like a slightly nicer curve, which is why the top one needs the actual surgical procedure. So yeah, that is a lot of stuff to have in my mouth. And the surgery is tomorrow morning. I'm feeling, I get waves of like anxiousness about it, to be honest, because it's not a small thing. And this is the start of what all the doctors have described of it will get much worse before it gets better. So even right now, only one pair of teeth actually touch. So I already can't chew. And it will be like this until I get my main surgeries to move the jaws, which will happen in like 3, 4, or maybe even 5 years. So right now, or this morning I could chew perfectly fine, and now I can't, and it will only get worse and worse from here until then it gets better. So obviously I'm not looking forward to it getting worse, but I know that the sooner it gets worse, the sooner it will also get better. So I'm quite eager just to, you know, go through it and get through the process. And I'm looking forward to the surgery tomorrow because, you know, even just with the spacers and everything, it's very clear that I don't have enough room in my mouth. So as soon as we do the surgery and start expanding, I'll have more room in the mouth. The molar bands won't be so uncomfortable because I'll have more space for them, yada yada. So I'm feeling kind of mixed about it. Like, I know this is the start of a very, very miserable period in my life. But again, the end will be much, much better. So yeah, I guess that's all for just now, and I suppose the next video will be a post-surgery update. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Do like, share, comment and subscribe as you wish, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.